Hello everyone and welcome to my GA Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lulu and Maxie finally have it out and then finds out Delilah's full name. Today on General Hospital, Maxie and Lulu have it out next. Dent gets the lead on Delilah and Jordan's secret is poised to burst. Lulu goes up at Max's to finally talk things out, so Nathan proposes maybe he should have left them alone to figure everything out without him. After some glaring and angry statements, Maxie utilizes her words to get to the heart of things. I feel betrayed. How could Lulu not tell her right away? Lulu lied, and that's what matters. Lulu's been through the coma thing and she knows what it's like. She didn't want to overwhelm Maxie or affect the choice she had to make. Things may have changed, but they just have to figure out the new them. But they can still be good. They won't lose each other. You are my person, Lulu says Maxie. Nathan and Dent finally catch a break as Chase asks Dent how he can help discover the baby's family. Union Station security calls with footage of Delilah getting off a train from Manhattan, and they have got her luggage. But Chase can't do anything since he is not a detective anymore. Nathan wheels the suitcase in and Dent joins him to go through it. With just a minimal of "we good" awkwardness, Dent says they are good, so that's nice. About the only useful item they find is her luggage tags. Brooklyn and Chase bond with the baby. Brooklyn checks in with Liz, but there has been no progress in finding the baby's family, but they can visit BJD. She is off the ventilator, so Brooklyn wants to hold her. There's a hospital, no, but she can sit with the infant. Brooklyn gets all gaunt up and introduces herself to the baby, chattering away, reflecting back on giving up her son and hoping that she will get to hold BJD someday. Jess turns in to fill Brooklyn in on the suitcase, and she in turn guesses about how sweet the baby is. He visits the infant next and launches into a lullaby while his wife watches fondly from outside. Are Jordan and Curtis making a mistake? Stella shows over at Jordan's with a gift, shocked to see Curtis. He fills her in about the whole moving in together thing, since he gave the house to Portia. That's nice, but Portia wants to be sure he is not moving a bit too fast. You know, moving in with his ex-wife when his just ex-wife is pregnant. Being with Jordan is fantastic, but living together may be a step too far. Jordan and Justin meet up at the nail shop where the other pretends she didn't just sleep with Sonny, and the former commissioner reveals the Curtis news. She has trust it will work out, except for one complication. That complication walks in with her daughter, Trina, who brought her there as a nice surprise. Everyone freezes, but Portia and Trina stick it out while Justin has to hurry back to the officer. Then Trina had to hurry out after a difficulty with the paper she just turned in, and just like that, Portia and Jordan are alone in the saloon. Sonny pushes Gio. Sonny walks in on Gio playing guitar at Charlie's there to assist Christina out with her open mic night. Sonny believes it might be time for Gio to figure out what he wants. At some point, he will have to finish school or get a career, but music looks like it's the road he wants. Gio acknowledges that all his life it was just accepted that he would be a violinist. But then the nurse's ball made him doubt everything. Sonny tells him that he is got to get back to it, back to life, whatever it looks like for him, whatever he wants to play. Maybe for now, Gio may take a summer class at PCU and produce music for himself. In the show's final moments, Felicia comes to Maxie's and hears everything about her and Lulu's chat. With Nathan's encouragement, she is hopeful she and Lulu will be okay. And Felicia maintains she doesn't have to be, but Maxie's not getting in the way. So Felicia merely tells her daughter she is happy for her. Lulu sees Nathan at the station and lets him know the good news. She and Maxie may just be fine after all. Curtis takes a work call and leaves Stella to search through Jordan's purse to look for a pen to leave a note. Of course, she finds the pregnancy test. Jordan flees to the restroom, feeling sick, and when she gets back, Portia calls her out. "You have got to be kidding me! You are pregnant?" Well, everyone knows now. General Hospital spoilers Monday, March 16. Jason was to end column on way out of town. Jordan's abortion plan. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, March 16 state that Jason Morgan will make a deadly vow while Jordan Ashford mulls over whether she wants to carry forward with her pregnancy or not. In Laura Cullen's office, she will have another visit from Ezra Boyle. Laura will argue she is beginning to care less and less. But Ezra may warn that Jane Sidwell has the ways of making her care if she doesn't cooperate. As for Tracy Quatermain, she will seem a bit frantic as she pops up in the stables and admits she fell off her horse. Cody Bell may make sure Tracy is okay and receive some advice on his predicament with Molly Lansing Davis. Later, Cody will show up at Alexis Davis' apartment for a critical discussion with Molly. Since Cody will be so lovely and attentive, Molly will admit he is making this so much tougher for her. Molly may apologize for pushing Cody away as she wasn't ready to answer more questions about her endometriosis and what that actually implies. However, it's time for Molly to get honest about the seriousness of her condition and her inability to have children. After everything that transpired with Christina Corinthos Davis and the surrogacy that ended in tragedy, she doesn't see kids in her future anymore. Molly will have to unload all this to Cody and find out if that's a deal breaker for him. Cody will have to mull over this new situation and figure out where he stands, now that Stella Henry has found Jordan Ashford's pregnancy test. Will she share the news to Curtis Ashford or stay quiet until she can talk to Jordan herself? Regardless, Portia Robinson already learned out Jordan's pregnancy during their run-in at the nail shop. After Portia lashes out, Jordan will wind up at Jay's, where Stella will think she may not want to keep her baby. "Are you saying it's impossible or possible you might terminate the pregnancy?" Stella asked Jordan in Monday's preview video. Over with Jason Morgan, he will fill Sonny Corinthos in on his plan to flee Port Charles with Brit Westburn and hide out in Canada, while Brick works on having her medication reverse engineered. It sounds like Jason will also plan to wipe Rose's column off the map before he disappears. "On my way out of town, I'm gonna eliminate that bastard," Jason insists in Monday's preview clip. Of course, General Hospital spoilers predict Jason's plot will come with some hitches and call to go off the rails in a dramatic way. So stay tuned. GA's spoilers, Molly's miracle pregnancy changed everything. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Molly Lansing Davis could have a miraculous baby cooking. While she has endometriosis, this is the world of soaps where anything is possible. So may she wound herself pregnant with Cody Bell's baby? Molly Lansing Davis medical emergency. General Hospital spoilers for the Tuesday episode remind fans that Molly was acting strange. She was getting cramps in her stomach that she assumed were signs of her endometriosis. The pain was intense, so she decided to take her prescription. With that said, when the play came to a close, Molly toppled down and fainted as soon as Cody came back with flowers. It was mentioned during the show that Molly had yet to tell Cody about her condition, which renders it hard to conceive. After all, they had just started dating, and the last thing she wanted to do was scare him off by informing him she couldn't have children. Still, is this plot pivot about Cody finding Molly can't get pregnant? Or is there something more to all this? How will Cody Bell react? When Molly was with TJ Ashford, she was eager to become a mother. After moments of trying without any success, the woman was tested and learned what the problem was. TJ and Molly attempted one surrogacy, and the woman ended up having a miscarriage in her first trimester. That's when TJ and Molly decided to take Christina Corinthos Davis up on her offer to carry their child. GA's aficionados know the awful way that ended. Christina went into preterm labor after falling out of the window of Ava Jerome's Metro Court suit following a confrontation. The baby Christina was carrying passed away, leaving Christina, Molly and TJ sad. Molly and TJ spat up shortly afterward. If Molly ended up pregnant, this would be a miracle baby on all respects. But how would Cody react? He is incredibly supportive, an incredible uncle, and James West certainly believes that Cody would make an excellent dad. Still, would Cody feel ambivalent about fatherhood? Babies may connect a pair, but will this kid pull Molly and Cody apart? Is Molly pregnant? JC spoilers. Chase asked Willow for a favor to fast-track adoption of baby Jane Doe. General Hospital spoilers hint that Harrison Chase could ask his ex Willow Kane for a favor, perhaps incurring the anger of his wife, Brooklyn Quatermain. BLQ and Chase found upon a pregnant woman in difficulty and transported her to GA's, where her kid was delivered via C-section. Sadly, the woman named Delilah passed away. Since Chase and BLQ were in the adoption process, it's natural to imagine that they would want to adopt baby Jane Doe. Will Chase ask for a favor? Why would Chase turn to Willow for help? Because she now occupies her locked-in husband Drew Kane's Congress seat. What better way to treat on an old body than to ask for some string pulling? Delilah died before she could identify herself properly, and such much baby Doe has no known relations. Although we anticipate that if BLQ and Chase adopt, some thirsty relatives will come out of the woodwork. Baby Doe needs a home. Brooklyn was really attached to Delilah after finding her, and it broke her that the young woman died. At GA's, Delilah was terrified and asked Brooklyn to be with her throughout her exam. Then all heck broke loose. Who is baby Doe's father? That is a good question. Delilah and her baby. Nathan West investigated the site where Delilah was found and located her purse. But there was no ID inside, and now a newborn is without a mother. General Hospital fans fully anticipate Chase and Brooklyn to follow through on their vow to watch over the kid, and it's only logical that they would want to adopt her. Will Brooklyn and Chase adopt? Prior to meeting Delilah, they engaged Alexis Davis to help with the adoption, and they had fell in love with baby Doe. But they may circumvent the procedure by asking Willow in intercede and use her authority to allow Brooklyn and Chase to adopt the baby. Red Hot General Hospital spoilers reveal that Delilah lived a tumultuous existence, and we are about to find out more about this, including who the baby daddy is. General Hospital spoilers. Steve Barton teases a wild and fun exit for Jason. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Steve Barton is taking a vacation from the ABC program. Last month, he stated that he is taking some time off in order to focus on his wife, Michael, and their family. Since then, fans have been speculating like mad about the circumstances of Jason's exit. Barton and his colleague Bradford Anderson host a podcast, and recently Barton suggested that Jason's exit will be very interesting. He stated that in the next weeks, fans would experience a couple of surprises that prompt a "whoa, then a what?" before concluding, "It's going to be fun." Let's go down what we know so far and what could be a shocking departure for Stone Cold. Stone Cold exists. Jason and Brit Westbourne are going to elope to Canada to escape her captivity predicament and try to reverse engineer her Huntington medicines. As such, Jason redid his will and took efforts to obtain a guardian for his son, Danny Morgan. What will happen to Jason? Barton was relatively vague about the actual circumstances of his character's life, but he did indicate he intends to air until the end of March. There has been a ton of discussion as to how Jason exits the canvas, and some fan suggestions sound predictive. For example, one widespread notion is that Jason will be kidnapped by sleazy WSB director Ross Cullum. Will Cullum kidnap Jason? This is the most likely possibility since Cullum has instructed his lab hostess Brit Westbourne not to have anything to do with Jason. Neither she nor Jason have complied, and we sense that Cullum's preparing to neutralize Jason's threat to his cold fusion program. What happens next in PC? Brit and Jason are making preparations to flee to Canada, so there is always a risk he gets lost along the way. Maybe in Nick's own falls where he gets struck on the head and turns up in PC months from now with a goatee and a cardigan. And Barton did say fans will be startled. So now we want to hear your fantastic suggestions on how Jason momentarily departs PC. GX's Nancy Lee Grant wants John Oliver as Alex's hot love interest. Earlier this week, John Oliver made a passionate plea to join a soap opera. General Hospital star Nancy Lee Grant can visit the talk show host with her alter ego Alexis. General Hospital star Nancy Lee Grant has to write part for John Oliver. Earlier this week, the late-night presenter made his passionate case to join a daytime television show, and he was serious about it. As a result, Grant wants the comedian to be Alexis' hot love interest. And John Oliver is a major admirer of daytime television and wants a role on a soap opera. Nancy Lee Grant wants Oliver to join the GA's cast. She thinks he would be the perfect leading man. Nancy Lee Grant finds Alex's new love interest. Nancy Lee Grant wants John Oliver in Port Charles. The Last Week Tonight anchor stated his wish to play a juicy character on a daytime show. Grant received word of his plea and came to Threads to present her plan. She wants Oliver to become her alter ego's short-term partner. I want him. Alexis wants a passionate love interest, and it will be a short-term without a lasting commitment since all her loves eventually become psychopaths and die. Grant posted, John Oliver would make a perfect psychopath. It will write herself. What do GA's fans think? Meanwhile, GA's fans flocked to the comments section of Grant's post to offer their feelings. Most of them were on board with the plan. Alexis needs a fun love interest, and John Oliver is perfect, one fan wrote. Where do we sign the petition? Make it happen, another person commented. I would love this. I think he would be an expressive performer who could breathe life into a pleasant romance narrative for Alexis. She has been stressed to the max. Give our girl some amazing romance. Someone else noted. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.